Hello guys, a very good evening to all of you. So guys, I extend a very warm welcome to all the students for the 12th standard accountancy classes. So before we proceed forward to the subject guys, let me give you a brief background about myself. Guys, my name is Pratik Jain. I'm a chartered accountant by profession, but a teacher by passion. So guys, this academy, if you see, I've been teaching for almost, this is my third year. And of course, with a lot of love and warmth from the students, I've been really doing well. And a lot of good feedbacks that has been given by the students, and that has actually motivated me to take up this profession as a full-time profession, right? So before I came into the teaching field, I was into CA practicing. I was practicing CA. I had my own office where I was doing income tax related work and all the accounting and the GST related work. But somehow I felt that my inclination was more towards teaching, right? So that I understood my passion is more in teaching. My likeness is more in teaching. So thereby I went ahead in pursuing teaching as my full-time career, right? So guys, this is about me. Now let's proceed towards the subject. So guys, if you see here, we have the syllabus ahead of you. So your 12th standard state board syllabus is broken down guys into 10 different chapters, right? So from the board exams point of view guys, you will get 90 marks worth question paper, which where the 90 marks will be scoring it from the board exams, and the remaining 10 marks will come through your internals. Am I right? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So all of you understand Tamil? Anybody here who does not understand Tamil? அப்பப்போ தமிழ்ல பேசலாம் இல்லையா?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I have this habit of being in Coimbatore, interacting with a lot of my Tamil friends. I have this habit of talking in Tamil, right? So here we go with the first chapter, guys, which is accounting from incomplete records. So this is the first chapter we'll be doing it. So this is your textbook, guys. I'm sure all of you have your textbooks for yourself. Anybody who does not have this textbook? Everybody has?
So we just have PDF, sir.
So you have the PDF. You don't have the soft. I mean the hard copy.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Right, guys. So the chapter name is, guys, it is accounts from incomplete records. So guys, so far in your 11th standard, guys, you did the accounting process. You did a complete accounting process. So whatever the accounts was prepared was from the complete set of records. The business used to maintain the complete set of records. Using those records, you used to prepare your accounts. Now the problem is that certain organizations are not in the position to maintain the complete records. Just because they're not able to maintain the records completely, we cannot say that we'll not prepare your financial statements, we'll not prepare your trading and P&L account, we'll not prepare your balance sheet, we'll not derive your profitability. We cannot say that. So with the given information, guys, you will be put in a situation where you have to do some backward calculation or some reverse calculation and find out an approximate profit or loss of the business, right? So guys, tell me something. When you did in your 11th standard, you would have studied in the first chapter, what is the meaning of accounting? The first chapter of 11th standard, guys, in your textbook, they've given the meaning of accountancy. It says that accounting is a systematic process of identifying, measuring, classifying, summarizing, interpreting, and communicating of the same to the financial users. This is what you have studied. Do you remember this, or you did not study this at all? ஞாபகம் இருக்கா இது படிச்சது? இல்ல மறந்துட்டீங்களா? இல்ல படிக்கவே இல்லையா? சார், போன வருஷம் கோவிட் பேண்டமிக் சார். நாங்க ஜாலியா விளையாண்டு இருக்கோம். நீங்க பாட்டு உட்கார்ந்து படிக்கிறீங்களான்னு கேக்குறீங்க. நாங்க வந்து ஜர்னல் லெஜர் படிச்சதே பெரிய விஷயம். நீங்க போய் வந்து டெஃபினிஷன்ல கேட்டீங்கன்னா, I'm sorry, my mistake. So, how did your accounting process begin, guys? Can I say the first step is you'll identify a business financial transaction. For me to do in accounting, guys, there has to be a transaction, isn't it? Without transaction, can I do an accounting?
No, sir.
Not possible. So what is meaning of transaction? Can somebody tell me what is the meaning of transaction? Can somebody tell me what is the meaning of transaction?
Exchange of money, sir.
Exchange of money only.
How does recording take place in the account?
Okay. What else? What else? So this is, guys, my note on 11th standard. So transaction, this is transaction. I just took what is the meaning of transaction just before your class. I had 11 CBSE class also, the first class for today for them also. So I just explained this. What is transaction, guys? Transaction is broken into two parts, trans and action. Trans means what? Through. Action means to do, which means business is doing something through someone. Action means to do. Do means doing, is doing. So this is action. Business is doing something through someone. Through. So what is a transaction? A transaction is something happening between business and that someone. The transaction can be in money or money's worth, or it can be in kind also. So transaction means nothing but, guys, an activity which is involving two person, and that two person is exchanging something. They're exchanging money for money, they're exchanging money for goods. It can happen something. So in your accounting, I am concerned with the transaction. Guys, if I talk to myself, can I say I'm doing transaction? No, because it needs to be involved two people. So transaction, which transaction I want? I want a business financial transaction. I am concerned with only that transaction which is from the business point of view, and that should involve money or money's worth. Money's worth. So first what you do is, guys, you identify a business financial transaction. Once you identify it, then you record it in form of journal entry. Then you transfer that to ledger. From ledger you post it to trial balance. You prepare trial balance, and from trial balance, few items which is of nominal account goes to your trading and P&L account, and all the items which are in the nature of personal and real account goes to your balance sheet. Am I right or wrong?
Right, sir.
Right, sir.
So journal entry is a stage where you do the recording. Can you please tell me on what basis do you do the recording? On what basis you do the recording? Can I say on the basis of evidence?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Every transaction which is recorded in the books of accounts has to be supported through an evidence. If I'm recording a sale entry, you will have a sale invoice. If I'm doing a purchase entry, there'll be a purchase bill. If I'm doing a cash payment, there'll be a cash voucher which acts as an evidence. Every transaction, whatever transaction you do, it is supported by evidence. So if you maintain evidence for all the transaction, which means you're maintaining complete books of accounts. You have all the evidence for the transactions, and you're recording the journal entry, ledger, and trial balance using double entry system. When you do these two things, guys, this is called as accounting from complete records. I repeat one more time. What is accounting from complete records? When you have the evidences for all transactions, plus you follow all the accounting rules and regulations. That is journal, ledger, trial balance. You prepare everything in a systematic order as set by law. If you follow these two things, it is called as maintaining accounts from complete records. Now, what is incomplete? In this two items, if any one is not followed, it is incomplete. Guys, are you able to follow what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is accounting from incomplete records? When accounting records are not maintained according to double entry system. What is double entry system? How are you preparing a journal entry? You're preparing a journal using double entry system. What does double entry system says? What does double entry system says? Every transaction will have two-fold effects. One will be in that debit, another will be credit. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Guys, your 11th will act as a very strong base for your 12th. If you're not thorough with your 11th, your 12th is going to be a nightmare. So what is double entry system? Double entry system that every transaction will have two-fold effects. In that, one effect will be for the debit side, another effect will be for the credit side. So when you are maintaining accounts, by not maintaining double entry system, it is called as incomplete records, which means what? You are either recording debit, but you're not recording credit, or you're recording credit, but you're not recording debit. Or sometimes, which means sometimes the transactions are not recorded at all. You're neither recording debit nor credit, which means you've omitted the transaction. If you say in layman language, what does incomplete record means? Incomplete record means that the transactions are not recorded at all. You're not even recording a transaction. Or you're recording, but you're recording either debit or credit. You're not recording both debit and credit together. You're recording either debit or credit. This process is called as incomplete accounting, or accounting from incomplete records. Clear, not clear?
Clear, sir.
Clear.
Yes.
Which means accounting principles and accounting standards are not strictly followed. You did not follow the accounting rules. You did not follow the accounting principles. You did not follow the accounting standards while preparing these accounts. Accounting from incomplete records is also known as single entry system. Now, do anyone of you here have nicknames? Anybody's got nickname here? Kuldeep, people call you Kullu?
Yes, sir.
See, I didn't know this. I just guessed it. Right? So, just as we have the pet name, like that, there's a pet name for accounting from incomplete records, which is called a single entry system. So, will you forget this pet name or will you remember it?
Remember, sir.
Remember, sir.
Okay, very good. Now, are you not curious to understand why this, why people have incomplete records? Can you, by your experience, tell me why people have incomplete records? Why are they not maintaining the complete records? What is the problem? What is the difficulty? Can you tell me? Kuldeep, Khushi, Prachi, Jessica. I want to understand. No, having understood the difference between accounting from complete records and incomplete records, I want to know further. I'm curious to know why certain businesses have incomplete records. What is the reason behind it? Can you throw light on that, somebody?
Sir, they might be small traders and not aware of the double entry system.
Okay, very good. Others? So if they're not aware of double entry system, Prachi, why can't they appoint an accountant and get the work done from them?
It's possible, sir.
Possible, no? See, Prachi is smiling and saying possible, sir. Next. Good. Guys, I want involvement. I want everybody to please be involved. Or else I'll be, talking to the systems. I'll be like, to what am I doing? To whom I'm talking? So guys, can I say that from here onwards, I'm not your sir. I'm your friend. So can we have the friendly conversations? அதுக்குன்னு சொல்லிட்டு வாடா போடல கூப்பிடாதீங்கப்பா. கஷ்டமா போயிடும் மனசுக்கு. புரியுதா? Friends means I'm giving you utmost comfortability that you can discuss whatever you want to discuss with me. Even if you tell the answer wrong, I will not judge you. I will not judge you. And one fear people have in their mind. Generally ask some people, why don't you answer in class? People say, sir, what if I answer wrong? And people will make, a laugh out of me. Right? People have that feeling. So how many of you have that feeling here like that? You can raise your hands. You feel like, if I answer, what will other people think about me? And, because of that, people are, quiet and they don't answer. Kuldeep has raised his hands that sincerely, sir, I have this problem. I appreciate your sincerity, Kuldeep. Others? Anybody's got that problem? Khushi. Okay. So Prachi, you don't have that problem. What other people think?
Sometimes, sir.
Sometimes, yes. That's the honest answer. How about Jessica? Not at all. You are bold. Whatever it is, bindas. Pathikala, sir. Enna agupadu. Correct? Super. Super. Amrita?
Not
Bindas?
really a problem, sir.
Not really problem? Bindas ekdam.
No.
Jo hoga
Yes,
dekha
sir.
jayega. Super. Where
Yeah,
are
sir.
you? And where is Harshmita? Kana, how do you feel? You feel that difficulty? That, sir, if I answer wrong, people will think, bad about me. You have that sort of feeling? Sometimes? Harshmita, is my voice audible to you? Okay, I hope my voice is audible to all. So guys, I have a question to all of you. So all those people those who have that fear in mind now, let me ask you a question. You know Mahendra Singh Dhoni, all of you?
Yeah.
MSD, everybody. Kuldeep is instantly, yes sir. Everybody knows. Anybody here who does not know Mahendra Singh Dhoni? Everybody knows. So this gentleman has helped us, getting the World Cup. We got World Cup in which year? We lifted World Cup in which year?
2011.
2011 World Cup. So when we won the World Cup, can I say that particular night, all the people, most of the people were out, on the streets, jumping, firing crackers, and people were praising Dhoni because that was the final shot, sixer which he hit. Right? So people were praising about Dhoni. The next day, all the news channels, all the newspaper, it was only Dhoni, 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 and people were not tired praising him. People were constantly praising him. And if you see the 2 consecutive World Cups, we have lost it. And there were certain matches in between where Dhoni, due to some reasons, he could not win it for us. And people started bad-mouthing Dhoni also. Can you imagine a person whom we are praising so much? In no time, we started bad-mouthing that same person. And what extent people went, they threatened daughter of Dhoni that, she will be attacked. So imagine this world, whether you do something or you don't do something, whether you do good or bad, people will keep judging about you. People will keep talking about you. So what you should do, don't give a shit about what people think. Just go out there, live your life, man. Doesn't matter. The person who's telling that, Kuldeep, you're so good, next time he'll say, so forget what people are thinking. Come out of that zone. I was also like that only. Guys, to all people, I tell you, I am also a BBBN until 10th standard. How many of you knew this? Until 10th, from my LKG till 10th standard, I was in BBB. How many of you knew this? Nobody knew, right? Yes. I know all your premises. I've been to all your classrooms. I've been to your auditoriums. I've been n number of times in your staff rooms. So I have a lot of stories of BBBs, of my experiences, and the teachers. I've been through beautiful teachers, lovely teachers. I still miss them. I cannot forget them. Today, whatever I am, it is because of those teachers, right? So yes, I'm a ex-BBBN, your so-called senior, who's your friend now, right? Yes, guys. So, सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग? This is a statement in Hindi. The biggest, disease what we have in our body is that, or in the mind is that, what other people will think. Remove that disease. Don't give a damn about what people think. You go out and tell whatever you want to tell. You make mistakes, you will learn from it and you'll grow. So why do you stop yourself? I was a highly introvert guy, guys, when I was in 12th. Okay, I will tell a lot of stories about me, but not today because I don't want too much of my personal stories. Slowly I'll share. So guys, your journey of being an introvert to extrovert is my responsibility. So I will eventually try and understand all of you personally and help you overcome all your difficulties. So apart from coaching, I'll be helping you a lot in your personal spheres, working on your personality, the way you think, the way you talk, through my experiences. Right? So now, can I say that whenever I ask you a question, you'll participate without thinking what other people will think about you?
Yes, sir.
All of you. Full 100% interaction.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Super. Fantastic. Now tell me. So Prachi said that, sir, small business people, they don't have the knowledge of accounting, so they don't maintain the double entry system. Other people, what answers do you have? What could be the reasons? Now, since you have completed this chapter in school, so you must be knowing this, no? Or illam magab patiya இப்ப தயவு செஞ்சு மகப் பண்றேன்னு சொல்லிடாதீங்க எனக்கு மகப்பு சுத்தமா ஆகாது let me explain you the reasons of not having complete records. The first reason is, as Prachi said, the person who is not maintaining the complete records is because he does not have adequate knowledge to maintain the complete set of records. Now, small businesses, guys, let me take example of petty shops and bakery. Their income will be less than 5 lakh rupees. I'm talking about small business people. And they are those persons, guys, who get up early in the morning. He'll go to the wholesale market, collect all the bakery stuff. He will come and decorate in a shop. Once 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock starts, people will come in. He's the same guy who will take it from the display and give it to the customers. He's the same person. He will collect the money from the customers and put it in the box. One person working like labor from morning till end of the day. One person. Do you think that he will have time to do all these things?
No, sir.
So he does not have time to maintain the complete records. And all these petty shop people, small people, bakery people, do you think that they'll have adequate knowledge to, what is debit, what is credit? Obviously
No,
not.
sir.
Obviously not. Right? So they don't have the knowledge. Now you may ask a question, sir, it's fine they don't have knowledge, it's fine they don't have money. So why don't they keep small accountants as their person who can do the accounting work? Tell me, guys, if you want to keep an accountant in your business, how much minimum a month you have to pay? At least 10,000 rupees. Without 10,000, no accountant will come. So 10,000 rupees into 12 months. How much?
12,000.
1,20,000. 10,000 into 12 months. For 1 month, it is 10,000. For 12 months, 1,20,000. A person who's earning 5 lakh or you're earning 5 lakh, will you have heart to pay 1.2 lakh rupees to your account? நானே சம்பாதிக்கிறது 5 லட்சம் ரூபா, உனக்கு 1,20,000 நான் கொடுக்கணுமா? அதெல்லாம் வேண்டாம், நானே பாத்துக்கிறேன். நீ கிளம்பிட்டு அனுப்ப மாட்டீங்களா? அனுப்ப மாட்டீங்களா? சத்தியமா அனுப்பிச்சிடுவீங்க. So now do you understand why people don't hire accountants? புரியுதா? So the person does not have the adequate income to hire an accountant. First, he does not have knowledge. Second, he does not have time. Second, he does not have money, sufficient income to record accountant. So to appoint accountant. And some people, even if they have money, for example, the medium-sized business people who are earning 15 lakh, less than 15 lakh rupees, good amount, no? They can appoint accountant, but they will not account. நான் எதுக்கு 1.2 lakh கொடுக்கணும்? எனக்கு என்ன அவசியம்? What is my need? Like the people will think. Instead of giving that 1.2 lakh to the accountant, I will keep it in my pocket. I can go and play gambling in casino. Why will I give it to that guy? That is the mentality what some people have. So in that case, what will happen? You don't have the intention to hire an accountant. Therefore, all your accounting is incomplete. So the person, the small bakery person, what happens is, அவனுக்கு தெரிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் he'll maintain accounts. If you see the bakery people take it on credit. You remember? I'll go have a cake. ஆனா அக்கவுண்ட்ல எழுதிருந்தா நாளைக்கு கொடுக்குறேன். So all this, if you see in college, there'll be all small bakery. Most of the students who are regular to that bakery, they'll have account with the bakery. So what does the bakery person do? Okay, இன்னைக்கு வந்து குல்தீப் வந்து 20 ரூபாய் சாப்பிட்டு போனான், நோட் பண்ணி வைப்பான். குஷி இன்னைக்கு வந்து 40 ரூபாய்க்கு சாப்பிட்டு போயிருக்கு, நோட் பண்ணி வைப்பான். So this is also accounting, no? Basically, the sale what is done by the bakery person to Kuldeep and Amrita is recording. So this is a credit sale, but he does not know this is a credit sale. As per him, as common sense, why is he noting it down? So that he remembers to collect money from Kuldeep and Kushi tomorrow. You're getting my point? So what he does is, the person who is maintaining incomplete records, he will maintain the cash account. எவ்வளவு பணம் வந்திருக்கு, எவ்வளவு பணம் போயிருக்கு, he will maintain that because it is common sense for him. He'll maintain the personal account of Kuldeep, Kushi, Amrita, Jessica, Prachi, Harshmita, everybody. You're getting the point? But he'll not maintain all the records. He will not maintain the inventory list. He will not maintain the purchase register. He'll not maintain the sale register. He'll not maintain the fixed asset register. Nothing he'll maintain. அவனுக்கு என்ன, இனி காலையில கல்லா பெட்டியில வந்து எவ்வளவு பணம் வந்திருக்கு, how much money is come in, how much money is gone out. So cash in, cash out he'll maintain. That is nothing but cash ledger as per us. As per the so-called intelligent people, which is we, as per us, it is cash ledger. For him is what? பணம் உள்ள வந்தது, பணம் வெளில போறது, அவ்வளவுதான். It's a statement for him. He maintains account of Kuldeep and Amrita or Kushi, whatever it is. According to him, he has to remember to collect this money. According to us, it is a personal account. You're getting a difference. So these people, either they maintain the personal account of customers, vendors, they're not maintaining the full account. They're maintaining part accounts here and there, because of which the accounting records are incomplete. Now the challenge here is that from this incomplete records, we have to maintain the we have to convert this incomplete to the complete records and prepare the trading and P&L account. And the last reason, accounting records sometimes are destroyed due to the natural calamities, accident or theft. For example, this can happen with the big people also. Big businessmen like Tata, Birla, Ambani's. Now, let's suppose in their office where the accounting records are maintained, there is a short circuit and there is a fire. So can I say there is a probability of the records getting destroyed partially? See, most of the records will be on the hard disk or on the cloud, but there will be certain physical data, no? So that because of the fact the entire physical data is gone, I have only few records on my cloud and pen drive or my hard disk. Rest is gone. So can I say because of that also your records are incomplete now?
Yes, sir.
That's not the incomplete records. No, these are the various reasons. Right from the small business, medium business, and big business, everybody can face a problem. So tell me, if Reliance Limited, that is Mr. Mukesh Ambani's company, that particular accounts department is caught fire, and can Mukesh Ambani sir say my accounts and records are destroyed, so I will not prepare my trading P&L, I will not prepare my balance sheet, I will not pay tax to the government? Can he say that? Not possible. The chartered accountants of Mukesh Ambani sir will have to convert the incomplete records into the complete records, and somehow they have to prepare the accounts. Somehow they have to calculate the profit, and on that they have to pay tax. So what are we trying to do? We are trying to prepare the proper accounts from incomplete records. This is the process. Now you may question, sir, do we do this practically? Practically, I've seen when I was doing my CA practice, I had a lot of cases coming like this. So 100% this is very much practical. But the steps, the process, what you are going through now in your 12th standard, practically the steps can be a little different also. Right? So practically things will vary, but theoretically we agree on certain format and we go with that. Either are you getting a clear picture on this subject, on this chapter? Are you getting a fair background about what is happening?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now with this understanding, let's proceed forward. So what type of accounts are maintained under single entry system? Sir, in general, cash account is maintained, or personal account of customers, vendors are maintained fully, or other accounts, if any, on need basis they'll maintain, or else they'll not maintain also. So what is the disadvantage of single entry system? So when you're doing, so guys, the process of incomplete records, if you're maintaining your records on the incomplete system, it is called a single entry system. So what is the disadvantage of single entry system? Financial statement may not represent true and fair view. Financial statement means nothing but trading and P&L account plus balance sheet. These two put together is called as your financial statements. Am I right? Now when your records are incomplete, and on that basis, if you prepare any profit, is that true? Is that 100% true profit? There could be any possibility, that you missed out any records totally, and because of that, your profits is something else. Otherwise, during the year, you made 100 sale transaction. Okay, all this 100 transaction has been destroyed by fire. Somehow, from the data statement, you found out that 90 transactions are sale transaction. Remaining 10 transaction is a cash transaction which is totally destroyed. So cash transaction I could not even identify. So you prepared the financial statement using this 90 sale transaction. So is your profitability correct?
No,
Is
sir.
profitability correct? It may or it may not be correct, because you don't even know if there is any record missed or not missed. So if your entry system, if your accounting system is on single entry basis, then your financial statement may not represent true or fair view. May means what? It may or it may not. By chance, you may have the evidence of all the 100 transactions, and maybe you can convert your incomplete records to complete records. But what if you're not able to identify? So it may or may not give a true and fair view. So when the books of accounts are incomplete, the information regard to income, so whatever the information you're deriving from the records, income can be incomplete, expense can be incomplete, assets and liability list can be incomplete. So all these can be complete as well as incomplete. So that is why they say that you should maintain all your records properly, and double entry system has to be followed. If everything is properly done, your income will be correct, expense will be correct, assets and liabilities will be correct. Therefore, your financial statement also will be correct. But if your records are incomplete, then we never know what can go wrong. Income can go wrong, expense can go wrong, assets can go wrong, or liabilities can go wrong. Anything can go wrong. So now are you able to understand the disadvantage of single entry system?
Yes, sir.
Now, with this given situation, sir, how do I identify my profits? How do I calculate? So there are two ways of calculating the profits. So, and these two ways are divided into three different levels. Level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 1, the calculation is very, very easy. Level 2, they'll try to make your life little bit difficult. And level 3, little bit more difficult. So we'll understand what is these three different levels one by one. Guys, are you able to follow what I'm saying so far? Am I going too fast?
No, sir.
Comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you see, there are a lot of theories which is given. If I take too much of theory today, you will sleep off. So can we jump into a little bit of practical sums today?
Yes, sir.
Remaining theory slowly, casually, I'll be explaining you. So now, guys, the first method of calculating your profit. Calculation of profit and loss through statement of affairs. No, wait one second. Yeah. Ascertainment of profit. You're calculating profit and loss from incomplete records through statement of affairs. So how do you do this? You're comparing the capital at the beginning and capital at the end and take the difference of the two to derive the profits. If I say like this, you will not understand. Okay, for this, I have to give you an idea. Now, guys, there's a person called Mr. X. Mr. X started business and he's doing business for, now let's suppose Mr. X is starting a business. Let's suppose he's starting a business today. On 1/4/2020, he started his business, guys, right? Or to be precise, let's put it 1/4/2018, he started his business. Okay, 1/4/2018, he started his business. So this is the financial year 18-19. Okay. So this guy, when he started the business, guys, you have to start with the capital. Am I right? Without capital, you cannot start. So you start with the capital. So the capital what he invested, was, let's suppose, 10 lakh rupees. During the entire year, guys, he did some good business. And finally, you prepared the trading and profit and loss account. And in that, you got a net profit of, let's suppose, 2 lakh rupees. This is your trading and P&L account. You got a net profit of 2 lakh rupees. What do you do with this net profit, guys? What do you do with this net profit? You transfer this to your where? Where do you transfer?
Balance sheet, sir.
Balance sheet. Where exactly is balance sheet?
Drawing.
Capital, sir.
Not drawings. Prachi, you said something.
Capital, sir.
Capital. What is capital, guys? Capital account is nothing but a transaction that is happening in capital account. In capital ledger, what do you record? All the transaction that is happening between business and owner. All of you remember this point that business and owner is different? All of you know this? Which concept is that? Which concept says?
Entity concept.
Business entity concept says that when you record accounts, you should record from the business point of view, not from the owner point of view. Even though the business is of owner, but you should record only from the
business
point of view. You remember this point?
Yes,
So in the capital ledger, you record all the transaction that is taking place between owner and business. So owner is the ultimate person who will enjoy the profits. No? Who will enjoy the profits of the business? Owner. So capital is the amount which is contributed by the owner. So along with this capital, can I say the business owner will take the profits also? For example, Mr. X has started the business. Okay. If he wants to close his business, let's suppose he wants to close his business. So when he closes his business, will he leave all the money, capital, everything with business and go off?
No, sir.
No, sir.
What will he do? He will take the capital along with him. Whatever capital is invested, can I say that capital will take along with him?
Yes, sir.
After
Yes,
that, during the year, he has done the business. And in that year, this 2 lakh rupees profit is earned. So will he take that 2 lakh rupees profit along with him, or he'll say, no, business, you enjoy the profit. I'll not take.
He'll take and go, sir.
Business will take, you will take and go.
Yes, sir.
So, which means what? You're adding your profit to the capital. Am I right? So every year, your profit is ultimately transferred from the P&L account to the capital account. So your capital account is now how much at the end of the year?
12 lakh.
12 lakh rupees. So like this, every year it will happen. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So like this, time has passed by. So now we are in 1/4/2020. Now we are in 1/4/2020. One for 2020, what happened with us? What happened to all of us? Pandemic. So this is financial year 2021. This is same Mr. X, and his opening capital on 1/4/2021 is 15 lakh rupees. How 15 lakh? Sir, he started the business with 10 lakh. Then every year he had some profits. So 5 lakh is nothing but the profit for the last 2 years of period. So first year profit was 2 lakh, second year profit was 3 lakh. So total profit 5 lakh. So like that, my opening capital is 15 lakh. Now this year, due to pandemic, what happened is he lost his business, and somewhere in 31st of December, 31/12/2020, he decided to wind up his business. He's closing the business. When he's closing the business, guys, along with him, can I say he'll take this 15 lakh rupees? This is his opening capital. Will he take this 15 lakh rupees along with him or not? Please tell me. Please tell me. Will he take this opening capital, or will he say that no, leave it, I'll just go walk chuma like that?
He'll take it.
He'll take it. sir.
He'll take it.
Okay. Somewhere in between, guys, because of this COVID and pandemic, in order to get more business, he wanted more additional capital. Guys, why do we get a capital in the business? So that the money is invested in business, so that my business will expand, grow. So using that capital, you will either invest somewhere or you will spend in marketing or something, so that your business will grow. So like that, depending on the urgency, what this guy did is, somewhere on 1/6/2020, okay. So 1/4/2021, no? So we'll make this 1/4/2020. Okay. So 1/6/2020. So guys, this financial year is 2021. Okay, this is financial year 2021, starts with 1 April 2020, ends with 31/3/21. This is last financial year I'm talking about. So 1/6/2020, in business, there was a need of additional capital. So this guy did, what he did is, he invested additional capital of, let's suppose, 3 lakh rupees in the business. Now tell me, guys, on 31/12/2020, when he's closing the business, you said, sir, he'll take opening capital with him. Will he take additional capital also along with him, or he'll say, no, business, you keep the additional capital?
He will take the additional capital, sir.
He will take the additional capital also, which is 3 lakh rupees. Correct? Now what happened is, during the year, that is from this period to this period, he's done the business. So he had some profit, very, nominal profit of, let's suppose, 50,000 rupees. He got a profit of 50,000 rupees. Now tell me, guys, when he's closing the business on 31/12/2020, along with the opening capital and additional capital, will he take net profit also? Or will he say, no, business, you keep this money, I don't want. You keep the profit, I don't want. He will tell this, or he will take the profit also along with him. Guys, I want all of you to switch on your videos. I cannot see everybody.
He will take the profit, sir.
Take the profits. So you will take the profit also, which is 50,000. Now tell me, guys, can I say this is the money? This is the money which business owes to the owner. Business owes to the owner. So how much is total amount? Can I say 18,50,000 rupees?
Yes, sir.
18,50,000 rupees.
Yes, sir.
Now, somewhere here in between, that is, let's suppose on 1/10/2020, this person was urgent in need of money because of, for COVID treatment, or, for the education fees for their kids. So what he did is, he did not have sufficient money at home. So he did drawings. Whatever was the business money, he withdrew that for the personal purpose. So like that, how much he withdrew? He withdrew, let's suppose, 1.5 lakh rupees. He withdrew 1.5 lakh rupees. Now on 31/12, when you go and tell business, please give me my money. How much will business give you the money? Will business give you 18.5 lakh? Or will business say, my dear owner, 18.5 lakh totally I have to give you. I agree. But from that, already you have taken 1,50,000. No. So minus that 1.5 lakh, which is drawing. And the balance money, you take it. I will not give you entire 18.5 lakh because 18.5 lakh, I owe you the money, but in between you have withdrawn 1.5. So from 18.5 lakh minus 1.5 lakh, how much will you get? 17 lakh. This is the money what business I will pay you, is what business saying. Do you agree with what business said, or do
Yes,
you
sir.
don't agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So this formula, guys, don't look at it as a formula. Look conceptually. Look conceptually. Opening capital is nothing but the amount which I invested in the beginning of the year. So when I close my business, I will take this home. If there is any additional capital invested, I will take that also home. If there is any profit that is earned in the business, I will take that profit also home. In this three amount, if there is anything which I've already taken before the year end, if I've taken, I need to minus that also. So this 17 lakh, what will you call it as? Can I call it as closing capital?
Yes, sir.
So what is the formula for closing capital? Sir, opening capital plus additional capital plus profit minus drawing is closing capital.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you need to remember this formula, or do you understand conceptually? Like there's a need for you to by heart this, or now you're having this very clearly registered in your mind.
Register.
Registered now.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
guys, in your question,
Yes, sir.
in your question, one second, let me erase this. In your question, they're asking you to calculate profit. They're asking to calculate the profit. They have given this. They have given this. They have given this, and they have given this. Is there any difficult for you to calculate profit? Please tell me.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Please come to illustration 1. Look at the question. Illustration 1 says that from the following particulars, ascertain the profit or loss. They ask you to calculate the profit. Capital at the beginning of the year, 1 April 2016 is 2 lakh rupees. What is this? Can I say opening capital or closing capital?
Opening capital.
Opening.
Capital.
Opening capital. Capital at the end of the year, that is 31st March 2017.
Closing.
Closing capital.
Closing capital. Which financial year we are into? What is the financial year?
20.
16 to 17.
16, 17.
16, 17 is the financial year, right? Okay. Additional capital is given. Drawings is given. Okay, so what will I do is, I'll come back here. I'll erase all these things. I'll erase all these things. I'll come in order, guys. First is opening capital 2 lakh rupees. Opening capital 2 lakh rupees. Plus additional capital. Can I say this is additional capital? 70,000? Yes.
Yes, sir.
70,000. Profit is X because I have to find that. Minus drawings. Drawings is how much? 40,000 rupees. And what is my closing capital? 3,50,000 rupees.
50,000.
Guys, all of you know mathematics?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember solving this equation in a mathematics?
Yes, sir.
If any one is X, so you'll keep this X here and you'll take all this element to the other side of equal to. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
X is equal to, first I will take drawings that side. So 3,50,000 is already there. This will be as it is, I'll be writing it down. I'll take this 40,000 to the other side. Guys, this 40,000 is plus 40,000 or minus 40,000?
Yes, 40,000.
Plus 40,000.
No, it is here minus 40,000. This minus 40,000, when it goes to the other side of equal to, it will become plus 40,000. That's what you said? Okay. Now, guys, I'll go in this order. This is the second item. What is the 70,000?
Minus
Additional
70,000.
capital.
Additional capital, which is positive 70,000. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you take this to the other side of equal to, it will become.
Negative.
Minus
70,000.
70,000.
Next is this. What is this third item?
Opening
Opening
capital.
capital.
Opening
Positive?
capital.
Positive. If I take this to the other side, it will become.
Minus.
Minus.
Please tell me what is the answer. Please calculate and tell me. Now here, like this, the calculation becomes difficult. Yes or no? Little bit, because you're not allowed to use calculator. All of you know that?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
This kind of presentation is little difficult for calculation. So what they did is, your textbook is suggested a format. What is that format? Sir, closing capital. In my equation also, can I say my closing capital is first?
Yes, sir.
Then what did I do? I added
Drawings.
I added drawings. 350 plus 40. Now addition subtraction is easy or not?
Yes, sir.
So 350 plus 40 is how much? 390.
90.
Then what did I do? Then they have minus additional capital. What did I do?
Minus additional capital.
Say minus additional capital. So I did minus additional capital 70. So I'm getting 320 as adjusted closing capital. What is the meaning of adjusted closing capital? I'll explain now. Then what happened? They have minus the opening capital. Can I say even I minus the opening capital?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So that you'll get the profit. So in the equation format, the difficulty is the calculation becomes difficult because you're using the mental calculation. You're not using the calculator. So this kind of presentation is easy for you to add and subtract. So what is concept? This is concept. This concept they've given in the format type. So what you do is you by heart the format. How many of you tell me sincerely by hearted this format? You completed your chapter in school. How many of you by hearted? Yes. Okay. Okay. Amrita, you did not by heart? Yes, she also saying yes. Trust me, guys, this will happen with all the students. I'm telling you, 90% of the students, they end up by hearting the format. You tell me, this format, don't you think it is logically driven format?
Yes, sir.
How this format came? Guys, every formula is coming from some base concept. In mathematics also, I'm telling you guys, every formula what you study, there is a logic behind it. But the problem here is, there is no time for anybody to explain you that reason. Because in mathematics, if you keep on explaining the reason for the formulas, you need 2 years to complete your 12th standard. You need 2 years to complete your 11th standard. So at the age of 40, you'll be completing your 12th. I'm just telling you for fun. So there's so many concepts. So they don't tell because it'll take a lot of time. But in accountancy, the concepts are very less. So we emphasize more on concept. Every formula, what you're studying in whatever subject, guys, there's a concept behind it. So now, are you clear how this format came, how this formula came? In my
Yes,
class, you can take it from
Yes, sir.
writing. Every formula, every bloody formula, I'll give you a conceptual explanation. At heart and mind, you'll have so much of peace. Oh, idana. Idana poi by heart potential feel puniye. That is the comfort I'm going to give you. Are you able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now, guys, the profit what you're getting is 1,20,000. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, my question to all of you: what is adjusted closing capital? Can somebody tell me?
After minusing the adjusted capital.
Sorry.
After minusing the adjusted capital, sir.
No,
We
correct.
get-
What is the meaning of adjusted closing capital? Why? What is the meaning of that? What is adjusted closing capital? Now, tell me one thing, guys. This closing capital, what you derived, can I say it is influenced by opening capital, additional capital, profit, and drawing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, I told you an example. When Mr. X started business, he started with how much money? 10 lakh rupees. And
Yes,
during
sir.
the year, how much profit did he make? During the year, how much profit did he make? I told you
2 lakhs.
2 lakh rupees profit. So what is his closing capital? Opening capital plus profit is equal to closing capital. How much?
12 lakh.
12 lakhs.
So closing capital 12 lakh minus opening capital 10 lakh. If I do, I'll get the profit.
Yes, sir.
So in this question, in this particular problem, I have only opening capital and closing capital. So straight away the difference between the two is profit. But if you see this particular question, this closing capital is not influenced by profit. This closing capital, guys, here, the closing capital is influenced by two people. This 12 lakh is influenced by two people. One is opening capital and another is profit. Am I right? Whereas the closing capital here is influenced by how many people? Opening capital, additional capital, profit, and drawing. So if I take the difference between opening and closing capital, I'll not get the profit. Because the intermediary person is not only profit, it is two more aliens. So I need to eliminate these aliens. So from the closing capital, I'm eliminating the drawing. If I remove the drawing, to remove the drawing, what I'm supposed to do? Drawing is minus drawing. To reverse it, I have to add.
Yes, sir.
Profit is added. To remove it, I need to minus, because plus and minus become 0. Drawing is minus. To make impact 0, I will plus with it, so that the impact of the drawing becomes 0. Profit is plus 4 lakh. How much here? Profit is plus 50,000 rupees. I am doing minus 50,000 rupees. Sorry, not profit. Additional capital is 70,000 plus. To remove the 70,000, I'm doing minus 70,000 here. So that plus 70,000 minus 70,000 becomes 0, which means the impact of the additional capital itself is gone. So in this format, what you're doing, you're adding drawing and lessing additional capital because you want to remove the effects of drawing and additional capital. So that this closing capital, what you're getting, is got effectively, finally, this is affected only by profit and opening capital. So if you take this adjusted closing capital is nothing but a combination of closing capital and profit. So if you take the difference of these two, you'll get the profit. Or if I have to put in easy terms, this closing capital is being impacted only by 1%, which is profit. Along with opening capital, added profit. So the only 1% which is impacting my closing capital is profit. So from my closing capital, if I minus the opening capital, I'll get to know what is the profit. Same way here also, I cannot do directly 3,50,000 minus 2 lakh. If you do 3,50,000 minus 2 lakh, what is the difference you're getting? Can I say 1,50,000 rupees? This is not your profit. This 150 is getting influenced by 2 more aliens, which is additional capital and drawing. So now what are we doing is we are removing this. The drawings which was earlier subtracted, now you are adding, so that the effect is earlier what you did, minus 40. Minus 40 and plus 40 equal to 0. You're nullifying the effect of drawings, you're nullifying the effect of additional capital. So this adjusted closing capital is nothing but a closing capital which is influenced by only 1%, which is profit. So from that closing capital, if I minus the opening capital, you will get to know what is your profit. So which means in the beginning of the year, the opening capital was 2 lakh rupees. And the profit that is earned in between was 1,20,000 rupees. Therefore, what is my closing capital?
3,20,000.
320 is the closing capital, which is adjusted closing capital, and 2 lakh rupees is opening capital. I'm not taking the closing capital directly because this is not influenced only by profit. This is influenced by 2 more aliens. So I'm making the adjustments for removing those aliens so that I have the purest form of the closing capital. From gold, you're removing the dirt so that you have the pure gold left. So this 320 is the adjusted gold, the processed gold. From that, if I minus the opening capital, I get my gold, which is profit. That is adjusted closing capital. Now, are you getting the meaning of this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How many
Yes,
of you knew this meaning before, or how many of you just learned it now?
Learned it.
Learned it now, sir.
Learned it now, sir.
I can give you a lot of learnings, for the next 1 year. I'm telling you, learning is going to be super massive. Unfortunately, I could not take 11th, or else your 11th would have been super. I think it would have been next level. But no problem. Whatever you missed out here and there, I will ensure that you somehow cover it up. That's why I shared with you those modern approach, golden rule techniques, so that you
Yes,
become even more knowledgeable. So now, do you find this little bit convenient now? Comfortable?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So can
Yes,
we
sir.
do illustration 2, or do you want a break of 5 minutes? It's 8 o'clock now. See, 1 hour gone. Do you feel that pinch? Are you 1 hour padichonu? You feel raga?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Correct. So this is the feeling, guys. I'm telling you, whether you like or not. Tell me one thing. On an average, how many hours do you study? Like school, your studies, tuition, all put together. How many hours you are into books?
Now, sir.
Yeah.
Online.
Normally, forget this pandemic time. Normally, when the school was there, or imagine if there was no corona, no COVID. Had you been normally in the school? So school and all your tuitions and everything put together, how many hours you think you should be giving? How many hours you would have given to your studies? 8 to 10 hours.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Average, can I take 9 hours? Average. Some
Yes,
people
sir.
do 8, some people do 10. So average 9. So 9 divided by 24 into 100. Almost 37.5%. Or almost 38 to 40%. 40% of your life you're spending studying, and you don't like studying. So 40% of your life you're doing something what you're not liking it, which means 40% of your life you're wasting what you're not liking it. So aren't you wasting your life? Which means you're not happy. Let's suppose you're not happy studying. So 40% of your life you're unhappy. Are you kidding me? I mean, life is so precious. You live for 50, 60, 70 years, and 40% of your life you're unhappy. What is the goal of life? To be happy. So whatever you're doing, guys, whether you're studying, whether you're working, whether you're playing, you know what should be the goal? Goal should be always be happy. Happy doesn't mean that you'll be laughing all the time. That doesn't mean you'll be jumping all the time. Happiness means at heart you should have that peace, relaxation. In morning the night some life enjoy panna. Last 1 hour Pratik sir class la irundha super ah irundhupa. Appadi solli you should get, you know, you should get that feeling from heart. That is how your entire life should be. Jessica, you remember you attended my career guidance program? I told you this point. You were there in that entire session?
Yeah.
Were you there in the entire
Yes,
Sunday
sir.
program?
Yes, sir, I was there.
Right? So guys, so whether you like or not, see, people don't like studying, neither people like working. Go and ask people those who are doing job, they don't like doing job. Right? So whether you like or don't like, you have to be happy. So it is you figure it out. How do you, find ways and means to be happy with what you're doing, whether you're studying or whether you're doing job, you decide how do you convince yourself to, stay happy all the time. So from here onwards, guys, you'll not be wasting the time. All the 100% of your life, you should be happy, 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 happy. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So with
Yes, sir.
illustration 2, let's say if I don't give you a break, can I stop today's session with illustration 2? So next class onwards, in between 7:50, I'll give a break. 7:45, 7:50, I'll give a break for 5 minutes. So today without break, can I take illustration 2 and wind up? We are in the flow. Can I finish it off?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All of
Yes,
you are
sir.
interested? Okay. Great. Guys, illustration 2, let me erase this part. Illustration 2 says that from the following particulars, ascertain profit or loss. Again, profit and loss. Okay. Capital is given. Which capital is this?
Opening
Opening
capital.
Opening capital. Capital, which is
opening
this?
capital.
What is this? Next one, capital as on 31st March.
Closing
Closing.
capital.
Closing.
Using
Additional capital introduced during the 25,000 and drawing.
Additional.
Correct. Now you have to calculate the profit. So what is the heading, guys? What is the heading?
State.
Yes, heading is very important. This will carry marks. And I've seen, so when I conduct tests, I see people writing only statement of profit and loss. No, you have to write the complete heading, statement of profit or loss for the year ended 31st March 2019. The full heading is not there, minus marks. So please note it down, guys. Statement of profit or loss for the year ended, which financial year we are into? 18-19. So 31st March 2019.
Yes, sir.
So this is the format, guys. So guys, I hope all of you are working out. Then we have
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
then we have particulars and we have rupees column. So what is my starting point, guys? You know the format.
Yes,
What is my starting point?
closing capital.
Closing capital.
Closing capital. What is my closing capital? 1,50,000 rupees. Now this closing capital is not in its purest form. It has been affected by two aliens. Who are those two aliens?
Drawings.
And additional
Drawings
capital.
and
Additional.
additional capital.
Additional capital.
So I need to remove the impact of drawings. To remove the impact of drawing was earlier what? To calculate my closing capital, to derive my closing capital, what did I do earlier? Drawings I subtracted earlier. Now to nullify the impact, I have to
Add.
Added.
add drawings. What is my drawings? 30,000. Add drawing 30,000. So I've removed one alien. So what is my closing capital now? 1,80,000. but still my
Unless
closing
it-
capital is not pure. It is infected by one more alien called as additional
Additional
capital.
Additional capital.
Yes. So to calculate the closing capital, to get the closing capital, I would have earlier added additional capital.
Yes, sir.
Now to reverse the impact, I need to minus it. Less additional capital. Additional capital. So what is my additional capital, guys? It is 25,000 rupees. So I have less 25,000. So what is the answer I'm getting? 180 minus 20 is 160. So am I getting 1,55,000 rupees?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Which is your adjusted closing
Closing capital.
capital, which means now the capital is in pure form. Now between, guys, tell me one thing. Between two lovers, this is boy and this is girl. Always who comes in between? Can I say villain comes in between?
Yes, sir.
So here this is opening capital and this is closing capital. Who is coming in between? Profit.
Profit.
We always want a villain to come in between. Or no, if I have to tell, wait, I'll change it. 1 second. Between a boy and a girl, who comes in between? Parents.
Yes.
Parents come in between. Along with parents, villain come in between. We don't want villain. We eliminate villain. Villain here is drawing an additional capital. We can deal with our parents, but we cannot deal with villains. So we have to eliminate them first. So that between boy and girl, now finally we have parents in between. Parents is equal to profit.
Profit.
Without parents, we are nothing in life. Now you have to deal with profit. எப்படி மூளை பாருங்க, நான் சொல்றேன் இல்லையா, நான் செம்ம இன்டெலிஜென்ட். புரியுதா? So additional capital is 155. From that I need to minus opening capital. How much is my opening capital? 1,60,000. Now guys, what do you mean by this? Okay, understand, this is the timeline. When I started my business, I started with 1,60,000 rupees, guys. At the end of the year, by the end of the year, my capital has become 155. How can my capital go down? Who is the reason behind capital going down? Please tell me.
Loss.
Loss.
It's because of loss. Whatever business you did that during that year, it had resulted in loss. And loss will always decrease your capital. Profit will increase your capital, loss will decrease your capital. So thereby there is a loss of 5,000 rupees because of which your capital reduced. So if your closing capital is less and opening capital is more, it means it is a loss. So what is the loss now? Minus 5,000.
Loss.
Any difficulty in this?
No, sir.
Comfortable? All of you worked out?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So this is how you have to present it. Obviously, the handwriting is not good. So you will not do this presentation. You will do a better presentation than what I'm doing. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Super. Illustration 3, I will do it. Not a problem. Here loss is given. I have to find the opening capital. So 3 onwards, I will do it. So today I'm giving the dose little by little. Other dose is கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா increase பண்ணலாம். ஒரே ஷாட்ல டக்குன்னு குத்துனா நீங்க மயக்க போட்டு விழுந்துறீங்க. So we'll go slow. So how do you find today's class, guys? Comfortable, all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Is it logically making sense? What are we doing?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
hope you're not feeling அதான் என்னடா பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க, வாழ்க்கையே போர் அடிக்குதா, எல்லாமே பையாட் பண்ணி எல்லாம் போர் அடிக்குதா அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஃபீல் பண்றீங்களா?
No, sir.
No, sir.
அப்படி ஜாலியா இருக்கணும். வந்து 1.5 மணி நேரம் படிக்கிறோமா, வரதும் தெரியாது போறதும் தெரியாது. சிங்கம்ல டயலாக் இருக்கா? You know Singham 1? Have you seen Singham 1?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then Prakash Raj is there in that movie.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
That Prakash Raj does not come to that village to keep his thumb impression. Then Prakash Raj comes all the way from Thoothukudi to that village in car. 10 cars, 15 cars are coming. You remember that scene?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Then Surya says
Yes,
that.
sir.
Surya says that finally, அடுத்த 10 நாளுக்கு வந்து நீ வந்த அடமும் தெரியக்கூடாது, போற தடமும் தெரியக்கூடாது. அதே மாதிரி நீங்க எப்போ கிளாஸுக்கு வரீங்க, எப்போ கிளாஸ் விட்டு போறீங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு should not know. That is the kind of happiness you should, study with.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Comfortable, all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
So when are we meeting next?
Tomorrow, sir.
Not tomorrow. So classes will be 2 times a week, which is Tuesday and Thursday. And sometimes I'll plan a special class for you, which could be either on Saturday or Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
State board, definitely 2 classes in a week is more than sufficient.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Right? So we'll do all the sums. Mostly, almost 80% of the sums we'll do. And whatever sums is replicating in nature, you will do it as homework. So illustrations, mostly I will do it, guys. Exercise, you'll have to do it. Why
Yes,
I'm giving exercise for you? Because to know whether you're able to do it or not. Exercise நான் கிளாஸ்ல பண்ணிடுவேன். illustration homework கொடுத்தா நீங்க காப்பி அடிச்சிடுவீங்களா? அதுக்கு தான் எக்ஸசைஸ் உங்களுக்கு கொடுக்கிறது. புரியுதா?
Yes,
நான்
sir.
பயங்கர மூலக்காரன். Right? So
Yes, sir.
yes, so we're meeting again Thursday, guys. Same time, it is 7 to 8:30. So Thursday I'll be taking till 8:30. So that's all for today's, guys. I'll be meeting you on Thursday. Until then, bye bye. See you. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.